Good morning, everyone. My name is Dennis Trainor. I'm the chair of the New York Renewables Development Holdings Corporation, better known to us as NYRED. Welcome, John. Welcome, members: John Koelmel, Michael Cusick, Lewis Warren Jr., and Laurie Wheelock. Also, Justin Driscoll and Adam Barsky. Welcome, staff members who are participating. This is a scheduled committee meeting, which has been duly noted as required by the Open Meetings Law. I now call this regular meeting to order. We will begin with the adoption of the agenda. I'll ask the committee members if they have any amendments to the proposed agenda.
Happy to move it.
Is there a second? Second. Opposed? Motion carries. Before I turn it over to Salman, I want to acknowledge that this is our first formal audit committee session for NYRED. As a newly established legal entity, NYRED now has its own governance structure and audit committee charter. This is a foundational moment. Today's update, we will cover how internal audit is tailored its risk-based planning to NYRED's unique structure and early stage risk profile. With that, I'll hand it over to Salman.
Do we need to pause for a moment if it's foundational?
Just to get Salman from walking from down there to up there. All right, that's the pause. Okay. We're going to pause so Salman can get up to the podium to walk us through the internal audit update. Thank you.
It was foundational, so I didn't.
It's foundational.
It's significant.
God bless you, John.
You guys are on fire. No more diet.
No more diet. They're cutting you off.
And Salman, great to see you.
Long time no see.
Buckle up. Here we go.
All right, ready. Good morning again, trustees.
Morning.
My colleagues, member of the public. Today, I'll provide a brief update on internal audits activities as it pertains to NYRED. Like Trustee Trainor mentioned, this is our first update as internal audit on NYRED. This is a new legal entity, which we recognize, obviously with the new board structure. I want to kind of lay the foundation today in terms of, how we're looking at NYRED and what services, we are providing or planning on providing. So, just to kind of, level set, internal audit, NYPA's internal audit, is providing audit services to NYPA under the shared services agreement. This is agreement where, different teams within NYPA are providing those services. So we provide that role as well to meet the obligations of the internal audit charter to support NYRED's overall control environment and make sure we are reporting the results to the audit committee through this forum. So our work will follow IA standards and our risk-based audit approach. As the profile for NYRED evolves and grows, we will we'll look at that as part of the input to the plan and adjust accordingly. So just want to kind of provide that brief update in terms of where we are. We are conducting risk-based reviews within the NYRED unique structure. We were looking at summer solars, for example, and looking at various aspects of the business. Just to note, we do have two audits. One has been concluded and one is in scope. We are currently doing the the renewable operating model and project portfolio governance review, which is currently in progress. We did review third-party management audit this year, where we had one low-rated observation. This was mostly around due diligence and procedures, and that has been fully remediated as well. So, our risk assessment and detailed NYRED plan will be brought forward in the March 2026 audit committee meeting. So there'll be more to come in terms of how we're looking at NYRED, what resources we're allocating, and the expertise needed. So that's the brief update I had pertaining to NYRED on our commitments.
Any questions?
So just a question. So the budget for NYRED is included in your budget that you presented, Salman?
Correct.
Earlier?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's correct.
So you're actually more efficient than because you're folding in, I mean, you're having savings from last year to this year, but you're also folding in more work for you and your team with the renewables.
Correct. And that, and then that's a good question. That, and to your point, as the portfolio and as the business grows,
Yeah.
then we will kind of adjust our plan. But right now, there's just one project which is going through the pipeline, but there's obviously more to come.
That's good. That's good. Thank you.
Yep.
Any other questions, John?
No, I'm good, Dennis.
It's good to hear. Salman, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'll next ask Chris D'Angelo to present the next update.
Be quick. I do appreciate Power Authority's use of acronyms. KPMG loves acronyms, so NYRED, that's it. NYRED? NYRED, all right, good. So we're not going to be issuing an audit report separate for NYRED this year. We'll talk about if that'll be needed for 2026 and going forward. We will be as part of the overall audit of the Power Authority. Limited activity, but also be in scope for us. We just won't be issuing a separate audit report for it, but we look forward to, as more activity and growth happens, we'll get involved with auditing that various activity. At this
What
point.
triggers the audit requirement? What's the standalone audit requirement for NYRED, Adam?
Necessarily that.
Not sure it's necessarily a requirement for standalone, but we have to has to be included in our overall audit. And there may be a requirement at a later date if we receive, the tax credits and federal money to do a single audit act under those requirements for under grant compliance.
And at some point, if there's JVs underneath that partner or various debt agreements may require audits of project level
Well,
financing.
you said you weren't gonna issue one in 25, but you would in 26. I didn't know what was.
Sorry.
I'm just trying to clarify what's triggering that. I'm not disagreeing, I'm just trying to clarify.
One could be at the discretion of the management or the board, where given the activity and uniqueness of what's going on there, it just may there may be a rationale
Which is
for
gonna
it.
be my next point. I mean, that's something we ought to evaluate.
Yes.
My gut tells me it would be good, but I didn't know if there was a standalone requirement or third party, as you said, or otherwise.
And it could come up as
Funding,
part of,
financing, is it
Yeah,
helpful,
as I'm saying-
preferable to have it?
it could come up under different financing arrangements if the
Yeah.
particular lenders are going to require something separate or not. So that's something
The
we'll
lack of one
evaluate.
in 25 it isn't
There's not
worth
enough
a quick little
activity.
check the box to
Right.
get it done.
No,
we
there's
don't
no-
need
there's no need to do it for 25 based on the activity that's happened to date. We don't have
Maybe
any.
just a throw in from KPMG. I'm sure there's no charge for an additional report. There's really not much to look at. Then you got a baseline.
We'll take care of it next year.
We're trying to save money.
All right, trying. But all kidding aside, yeah, my bias is we should plan and anticipate
Sure.
that, just given the fact that it's a little off center in terms of activities and all the rest.
That
So,
makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, particularly since you, at this point, don't know what type of financing,
right.
capital markets or
Correct.
bank
Yeah.
financing activities you may need.
Yeah,
in 26.
absolutely.
And better to have it than have to go back and backfill and all the rest of that, just make it part of the routine, so.
Yeah.
Okay, and with AI, I can spit it right out anyway, so it won't be much, no problem, done. All right. That was it, Mr. Chairman, thank you. for
Thank
the
you.
Window of
Thank you.
opportunity.
Thank you, Chris.
Thanks, Chris.
All right, there were no votes required for either one of those updates. The next meeting of the NYRED Audit Committee is to be determined. I now ask for a motion to close the meeting. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
All right.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We are adjourned.